find a seat, sit next to a poet. We're going to make some good trouble this evening. So we're going to start the night like this. Vines, leaves, roots of darkness, growing. Now you are uncurled and cover our eyes with the edge of winter sky. Leaning over us in icy stars, vines, leaves, roots of darkness, growing. Come with your seasons, your fullness, your end. Winter solstice chant. Annie Finch. Welcome. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Oh, yeah. Good evening and welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary, you know it, the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. There are only 2 open mics left for the year 2025. Can you dig it? Hey, it's real deal, but we are here. Welcome to episode 105. Listen, we've been doing this well. Thank you all for coming through this evening. To all the folks watching on social media, appreciate you truly. We do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. And if you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 860-4964-4756. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Trust, we're going to show you this evening why that is a thing. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/donate. Trust and believe, every single dollar and penny counts. There is no donation too small. He will be coming in just a few minutes, but make sure you show your love to the one and only Matthew Motto King, one of the dopest techs in the Zoomverse, a.k.a. Mr. Storm Lake. Matty Ice in the building, all the way in Jersey. That dude's all kinds of dope. Make sure you plug in with Matty. Also, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. All the way up in the BX. That cat's dope, man, for real. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. I'm telling you, so many things going on. Make sure you plug in, folks, all right? Tonight's theme, winter solstice. I know, there's a couple little, I know, it's fine. It really is fine. Disco Sky, right? When the winter finally comes down on us, it seems like you can even see the stars enjoying the cold, and they seem to even sparkle brighter. So this is really what tonight's theme is about, all right? However, if your artwork is not on theme, that's still totally cool. We are still looking forward to every ounce of genius you have to share with us this evening. All right, y'all. Last theme of the year coming at you. The spirits of change. A psyche shift. So we've spent the last 12 months enduring all the things that life has thrown at us, that has given us, right? Um, and now we have to adjust ourselves and get ready for what 2026 has for us, right? So that's what we're going to be looking at next week. And it's going to be on Christmas Day. All right. We will be here. I will be right here, front and center, folks. I am looking forward to it. All right. And listen, it has been an incredible year. It really, really has. There's going to be one more, right? And trust me, folks, I'm already preparing for next year so we can, get it started right on New Year's Day. Is that crazy? Last one on Christmas, first one on New Year's Day. All right, but we here for it, all right? Let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic stage as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic performance. All right. As you're preparing to come to the stage, have your artwork ready. All right. We definitely have a full list this evening, so we want to make sure that we give everybody the time that they deserve. Artists, you got 4 minutes to rock. All right. 4. Once you start getting down to that time, right, you will see a timer. Again, I think it's still here. Once you will, as soon as you start, you will get that 4-minute timer. All right. As you're ending, you will hear a sound that sounds exactly like the Oscars wrap it up box. Right, wrap it up, B. After you hear that tone, you will have 30 seconds to wrap it up. Clearly, my tech is on point. After 4 minutes, you will hear this sound. Once you hear that, you will have 30 seconds to wrap it up, or the mute monster is coming to get you. All right? Please don't make me mute anybody. Make sure you are respecting each other, the venue, and the community. All right? Listen, folks, I've been saying this all year. We have reached that time of night where the geniuses come out to play, right? Our founders were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, my favorite part, there is no censorship. Unless you invest in any ism or any hate speech that will not be tolerated. Trust me. And I don't know if we've had to do this in a while, Ron. You have to, we have to check our records. I don't think we've had to do this in a while. However, don't get cute. You will definitely get the boot. All the way from the BX, baby. For real. This is a living, breathing trigger warning. All right? Thou hath been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all that energy, all of that exuberance with the audience. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway, and we're going to make sure it stays that way. So, share all that energy with the audience, and it will be returned to you in every performance. Hence the reason, greatest community in the world. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right, because signups begin 24 hours before the show, okay, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to newyurican.org. You click on full events calendar. You click on a Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need that artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list, and they don't populate until 24 hours before the show. Also, keep in mind, we do have a good luck round. So if you are interested, if you are not on the guaranteed list and you are interested in getting on the good luck round, make sure you send a message to myself or RMT or Matthew Monokeen, and we will definitely make sure you get on that list. Tonight's list. All of these incredible artists came to rock with us at this incredible end of this year. It's gonna be an incredible night, folks. I don't know if you're ready, but you better get ready because we about to do it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good people? Sarah Small, it is great to see you. The Maestro's in the building. Mary Jennings, welcome back. Alan Gary is here. Ike Waltz is here. Ray Whitaker, great to see you, sir. Poetastic in the building. Manya's here. Danelli's here. Auntie April's here. Jasmine Winter Rose. Roz in the building. Yeah, we gonna get to Roz. Trust. Absolutely, Mary, we got you. It is great to see all of you. Jedi Masters here. Lanterns here. Joski C in the building. Terry Rose Jerkson is here. Yo, it's gonna be an incredible night, y'all. Like I don't really know if y'all know, but it's going down. And to all the artists who sent me emails about, wishing me happy holidays, and listen, thank you all so very much. Lantern sent me some amazing work. Thank you so much for that energy. Ray Whitaker sent me some things. Thank you so much for that, man. It just, again, solidifies and reiterates the fact this is the greatest community in the world. Maestro, I heard about you, sir. Breaking the walls. I heard about you, sir. Doing the thango, sir. Of course. That's just how math does, for real. All right, we're going to get to it. I am going to post a list in the chat right now so, we can jump it all the way off. Thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and I truly appreciate you. So, setting us off this morning, this evening, morning, evening, however, wherever you are. This gentleman just has a way of creating the type of positive energy, I think, that is like a rocket booster to any area or arena that he's in. I love this dude's work. He always has such a positive message, and he always has a rhyme that's right on time. My guy, the one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always, man. Come on. Set it off this evening. Let's go.
It's great to see you too. Thank you for pushing on through. And remember that we love you and Rahman Tarson and Matthew Malakine too. And happy holidays. I love each and every one of yours wordplay each and every day. And cheers for a new year. But anyway, my name is Ed Botasson, feeling fantastic. Please, time to join my rhyme file for Sublime. I got 3 short poems, so I take too much time. The first poem is called A Bowl of Purpose. I used to work for a nonprofit, a time I can't forget to check. Grow vegetables for the needy, giving them away so freely. Why am I talking about this? Everything you do is a kiss. You write your inner tales to catch your literary spells. You go to work each day to make sure everything is okay. You get up every morning to lower someone's morning. Everything is a domino effect. Don't neglect, but simply reflect. If you didn't do what you do, then the sunshine wouldn't poke through. I know it doesn't feel like you did nothing, but dirt can create or shape something. Not trying to say you're dirt. It's not to hurt. It's not to alert, but you're the bowl of dessert. Your skills of being make someone's day. Be sunlight or clay to shoot away the gray. And the last one is called Gimme Poetry. Gimme poetry or gimme death. Resist the tormentors in your open my centers. Use rolling daggers to attack the attackers. The dream isn't over. Embrace the exposure. I understand stupidity is king. Don't let your clip your wings. I embrace the revolution to change this shallow institution. Prose need to be spoken, not to be banned or cost a token. If words aren't free, then what is? Don't be mute in the dark abyss. Please fight, ride, or speak. Even the tiniest mouse has to squeak. And my last one is called Small Struggles. Does an ant love being an ant, stuck in the same pattern chant? Does a worm love being a worm, spotted being uglier than any germ? No, but a struggle like you and me. Struggling isn't unicorns, rainbows, or glee. Some people are born in loss and pain, or stuck singing in the downpour of rain. We don't choose to struggle, we try to get by, trying our hardest to help they, boy, girl, woman, or guy. I try not to sigh, scream, whimper, complain, or cry. I try not to let the light in my eye die. I know life is tough, but you have to survive. Be grateful you're breathing and being alive. Don't let your pain swallow you up as quicksand. Someone can understand giving you a hand. True victory comes from enduring hardship. Like life, it's a heck of a bittersweet relationship. Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, I can hear the grind that you've been on, man, for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Yeah.
Poetastic.
Yeah,
Happy
every time.
holidays.
Happy
That's
So it was
right.
like
holidays.
Hey.
Holidays,
I
but
saw this thing the other day, and it was like, okay, I'm about to make a happy poem, and then the person quickly shifts it into a sad poem, and I thought, damn, I always write such fucking sad poetry, and then I come here and I hear you, and it's like you bring the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
oh, Eddie is nothing but light. That's right.
For for sure. Thank you, Eddie, for always just being ready with it and always being prepared to be that light. Honestly, man. You had some incredible lines in there, man. You said everything is a domino effect in your first poem. You're the bowl of dessert. And listen, man, you really that line really inspired me in your second poem. You said, "Give me poetry or give me death." If that doesn't sound like something that belongs on a shirt, I don't know what does. Honestly, as artists who do this in real time for a living, it is real. Um, he said, if words aren't free, what is? Another one that could be slathered on a billboard. Seriously. I try not to let the light in my eye die. Man, man.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Like hey, who is talking to you? You see how technology wants to jump in on the damn conversation? Like I didn't ask you anything. But listen, thank you, Eddie, for doing what you do, man. Staying so dedicated and just consistent, man. Really. Look, Starship is underway, folks. For real. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, love when this cat comes through. He has a way of writing the types of poetry that are so real life that even when it's warm or cold outside, he just finds a way to make it stick to your bones. Like, I don't know how he does it. I like to call him Mr. Chicken Soup himself, the one and only Alan Gary in the building. Come on, Alan. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. It's great to be here. And friends, you can always follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page. Recently, we had a theme about gifts. Well, I think we can always give something 365 days a year, 24/7. So I want to share tonight a piece I call Gift. When I came to you in darkness, you gave me light. When I strayed from my course, you showed me right. When I gave myself to you, you gave yourself to me. And then I grew into a mighty spirit. You taught me how. Then I could always fly. You held true to your vow. Then I knew you'd always catch me. You never let me go. And we began a beginning with a never ending ending, a story among stories, as unique like the stars in the sky, real as the day, no pretending, gently as a butterfly, strong as heaven's glories. Our love is our gift to each other. Thank you.
Oh, yo. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan Gary.
That was
Wonderful.
great, man.
You named it, man.
Woo!
Man, you just consistently write the kind of work that people just want to hug themselves after. Seriously, man. Like these types of lines is why I tell you those things before he starts, folks. He said, "When I came to you in darkness, you gave me light." Who says that? Alan Gary does. We began a beginning with a never-ending ending. Oh my gosh, man! What? The wordplay is ridiculous. Strong as heaven's glories, sir. Whatever you've been doing, whatever Kool-Aid you've been sipping, I'm gonna need you to get a lifetime supply of that. Because you've really been cooking, man. Really, your work is amazing. I love your style. Please continue to do what you do, write fearlessly, and continue to share it with us. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, where is the BX bombshell? There she is. Yo, this artist right here, man. Listen, I've been rocking with this artist for years now. As with also Poetastic, they are contributors to Love Letters to Gaia, I Can't Breathe, Volume 1, and I Can't Breathe, Volume 2. Also, author of Lady Lotus, the one and only Raj Diaz in the building. We are about to see life through her big brown eyes. Man, it is great to see you, Raj. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. BX in the building. Take it away.
Great to see you too. Through her big brown eyes on Instagram. Your intros are everything. So this is unfinished, but I'm gonna share it with you guys anyway. Most poems I've ever written have made their way out of me violently. The kind of poems that would escape me even if my hands were severed and my voice was no longer. I'd write in blood or braille if ink was a thing of the past. If you want to know how much I need this, picture lungs. A newborn's first breath of air. Picture the first time mother and child lock eyes. When I write, my ancestors dance in the sky. They urge me to leave my soul on the page and pour my all into everything I do. What we don't do is halves in this house. We don't do almosts or maybes. We understand assignments. We go hard or go home. And when we go home, we write. Poems and love are my offerings. Healing in a world where we're forced to be fire while we're yearning to be water, ending up being a flood. Not exactly what I asked for, but at least I have my poetry. And on the day I take my last breath, I hope my love for wordplay makes it into my eulogy. End poem.
She said that was unfinished, y'all. Can you believe it? Unmute yourself. Give it up for Raj
Yeah.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hey. Yeah.
Thank you, Roz.
Hey, Raj, you got all the feels in that poem, and it expresses my feeling about words. Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
We don't do almost or maybe.
Like,
We go hard or we go home.
and when we go home, we write. Like, come on. Like, yo.
Need to be fire when we long to be water.
See? Listen. We, you're amongst, you know what it is, Roz. I mean, this is why it's the greatest community in the world, because your colleagues definitely pay attention to what you do and how you do it. You said some of your poems have made their way out of you violently. That's just sick. She said, I'd write in blood or braille if ink was a thing of the past. Listen. Don't get me excited. Shit like that. Like, don't get me excited. My ancestors dance in the sky. right? They told you, she said, they told me pour my all into everything I do. See, when you have support like that, there's no one in this world that can tell you what you can't do because they've already told you you can do anything. Thank you, Roz. Truly, truly appreciate you. Don't be a stranger. It is absolutely amazing. For real. All right. Coming up next. Yo. I love when things like this happen, right? I get excited because I love poetry. I love my community. And what's about to happen next, folks? Please prepare yourself. Just, take a step back, catch your breath. For real. It's about to go down. Coming up next. And I know this is coming at you, RMT, on the real. Coming up next, we have the illustrious, most eloquent writer in the world. I like to call him Dr. Love. The one and only lantern carrier is in the building. And this evening, he is going to be sharing with us another interstellar collaboration with the one and only Winter Rose. And the last time we were delighted in something like this, it took all our breath away. So all I'm asking is to save me a little bit so I can yell at you after. That's all. So it is great to see Mrs. Good Luck Round herself. She is an educator. Whether she is on the Plath path or sharing her incredible work with us, she is absolutely amazing. So please, folks, put your hands together. Prepare yourself for the one and only Lantern Carrier and the one and only Winter Rose. It is great to see you both. Whenever you are ready, please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Oh, right. So, Elizabeth, you ready?
Yes.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Okay.
Love is a divine lila, a supernal dance enjoying itself in and through the cosmic vortex, with the winter solstice a disco sky, partaking in its vast shindig of the eternal light.
The last time I felt a disco within my body, between my thighs, was years ago, and it feels unfair to only access it through sky. I want to sense it, absorb it, feel it through you.
Ahora no, mi cariño. Vamos a ver the tapestry of sparkling stars, mid-year showers and dazzling auroras, blending into the melody of Radha and Sri Krishna's flutes, the finesse and elegance of Plisetskaya in Swan Lake. Ascending to the light, she merges into this celestial spectacle where Orion twinkles and swirls, inviting us to revel in this heavenly constellation.
I stand outside in the frigid air. It is midnight in my driveway. Silence. Cold makes us silence. The pitch black of a silent marriage swallows me like a moon. The orange glow of blood moon and the Pleiades at least makes me feel real, feel alive.
The cold, crisp air of a December solstice often evokes lucid skies like magic, and so stargazing becomes even more enthralling. Having an astronomical bent is an advantage as Jupiter and Venus shines bright, adding to the reverential awe and bewitching spectacle above.
My fingers are burning without gloves on, but the arc of the shooting star, the hope of someone holding my hand, someone, anyone, maybe yours, reaching out to mine, accepting me, providing light and warmth to me in the dark.
Igualmente, mi querida amor. Here in the UK, especially in the metaphysical areas of druids and mystics like Stonehenge. Revelers gather to greet the sunshine, while their communities host lantern walks and fun-loving musical treats.
Here in Vermont, I imagine how humans stay alive outside. In this kind of cold to feed themselves, thaw ice to water with fire. How on earth did the mothers keep babies alive?
No say. Aki fairy lights and jubilant music spring up, while guests dressed in attire mimicking this panorama of heaven, creating their own heart's communal glow to accommodate the chill.
I only feel a quietness. It is so quiet here outside, my ears ring absurdly and whine. An intensity of cold and fire of bright, dark matter, black holes, and a whirlpool of vortex open and craves me swallowed. My seasonal affective disorder pings and pangs. I am spinning and colliding as damaged asteroid shards.
The winter solstice happens once a year, marking the shortest day and longest night, thus making it steeped in tradition, symbolism, and natural wonder.
I try to walk towards the light. I swear I do. I always am trying to lantern. I live for my children as the earth lives for her son. And who can blame the moon with her impossible circumstances?
Fire turns into a blessing, though. Our axis tilts, becomes furthest from the sun in the northern hemisphere, and humans gather to celebrate the light celestial, finding hope and joy even in the darkest depths of winter.
I will try to build a fire in the dark. Let the deep forest around me be my bastion. Let its wildness help me persevere, save my own life, as if it were worth the light of one burning orb in the night.
This inspires togetherness, a time to reflect and let go of our mirrors of countless scars. Here, darkness serves as a conduit to invite us to turn inwards to the interior castle where peace resides, so we can reshape intentions for another virgin year.
I am a vacant lot of shimmer and pain, and it is mostly of my own creation. I am awash in seeking the beauty you know and avail readily. I am so sorry, Lantern, for my own creation.
No desesperes, mi querida. Solstice gives inspiration to respond to the fire in our souls, to reach out to love, to dance into the symphonies of silence. Many find comfort in lighting candles of fires, symbolizing the gradual return of the sun and the promise of brighter tomorrows.
I light a candle every afternoon with my mother as I care for her in deep dementia. I cannot know the reasons why I must watch her leave me as the days grow shorter, but I watch and attest to the flicker of light in the darkness.
Commiserations. It is a time of resurgence, of contemplation of the soul, of joyfulness, and the heart's need to connect with profundity, waltz into the cadences of nature, creation, and the global world. Let us discard the pangs of remorse that once burned like searing wounds, to welcome the lights of December 21st, which inspires us to shine, to contemplate, dance, and dream beneath a disco sky, even while paying homage to the light within.
Es la luz adentro de familia que nos inspire, cual nos salve. Sin ellos, la paz y los desafíos de la realidad en la vida, seremos nadie.
Es verdad. Todavía, winter solstice offers a unique opportunity to connect with the rhythms of nature and our community. So as the longest night gives way to lengthening days, let the lights of the solstice inspire you to dance, dream, and look forward with hope for more illumining and visionary tomorrows.
Ineos, la luz faltará, además de que seríamos nadie.
Sin luz habrá ignorancia. Tanto la familia como la oscuridad son parte de la luz. This has been the work of the illustrious Winter Elizabeth Horan and the gentle glow of the lantern carrier. Thank you so much.
What a pleasure.
Y'all still here? Everybody still good? Okay, for real.
His
Unmute
name's
yourself.
Lantern
Give it up for
Carrier. He
Lantern
forgot.
Carrier Winter Road.
Well, there's one thing you can say for Lantern. He just keeps getting better people to do collaborations with.
Winter Rose, Lantern Carrier.
Facts.
Wow.
It's
Facts.
like
Love
what
it.
was so impressive about it too was that it seems like a conversation between God and someone praying to God and listening back. It was so illustrious because it was two different parallels. One like offering supplication, and then the other being the universe answering back saying, hey, this is not this is how the winter solstice is supposed to be, even though you're going through this struggle. So that was what was brilliant about the collaboration. That was impressive.
I have to agree. That was just something. And when both of you start speaking Spanish, I'm like, oh, okay. Now they've just dropped into a love song. They're serenading us, right? Your writing styles, they mesh perfectly. They really do. Your tempo, just your approach to writing. I love when you jump in, Winter, because you're just always stepping lightly, and Lantern steps lightly naturally. So I just appreciate how both of you, we're not trying to outdo each other, but we're just trying to leave the lightest footprints on the snow. That's what it seemed like to me. It was everything that I was hoping it would be. Um, Elizabeth said, "I want to sense it, absorb it through you." Um, Lantern said, "It merges into the celestial spectacle." Winter said, "Cold makes a silence, swallows me like a moon." Lantern said, "Stargazing becomes much more enthralling." Winter said, "My fingers are burning without gloves on." How on earth did the mothers keep babies alive? My ears ring absurdly. I live for my children as the earth lives for her son. I will try to build a fire in the dark. Lantern said, "This inspires darkness. Dangerous serves as a conduit. Reach out to the symphonies of love. Connect with the ribbons of nature." Like, come on. Come on. It really is like a love song to the senses. So thank you both for taking the time. Really. That is not easy, folks. I don't know when the last time any of you have decided to try to collaborate with another artist in the community, but that is not easy. So thank you both for staying dedicated to it and creating something beautiful. Amazing. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, all the way from the Pacific Northwest. And let me tell you, every time I see this gentleman with his instrument strapped on, it makes today a good day, right? This gentleman just has a way of writing, his tone, his connection with his instrument. I'm telling you, it just puts our week into balance, and we always look forward to it. The one and only Joski C in the building. Come on, Joski. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hey, Elemental. We coming through?
Coming through like a rock star, Joski. Come on.
Wonderful. So I brought this song through last July, and I have added to it. But I would like to preface it by saying, no disrespect to the young Marines asked to do illegal things. And this is called On the Streets of LA. On the streets of LA, in a despot's dream, in camouflage, 700 Marines. Boots on the street, guns in the hand, but these are our neighbors, taking a stand. Semper Fi, no city on fire, lies of a liar. Look how he played you. Semper Fi, the president lied. You see with your eyes. Don't shoot our neighbor. On the streets of LA, in a despot's dream, posse comitatus. Look what he brought us. Semper Fi, no city on fire, lies of a liar. Look how he played you. Semper Fi, the president lied. You see with your eyes. Don't shoot our neighbor. On the streets of D.C. and Memphis, Tennessee, posse comitatus. Come to Chicago. Lies of a liar. No city's on fire. No city's on fire. Lies of a liar.
It's always the chord at the end that just breaks me apart, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski C.
And
Yoski.
he
Thank you,
always has it.
Joski.
Yeah,
Joski,
perfect
my
timing
Joski.
to like get in there without that music we love so much coming in at the end. But Joski, I could really see you up on stage at some political events to come doing your stuff, and I think it would do a great thing. I think you really reach people in a beautiful way.
Well, thank you, Michael. And might I just say, if anyone has access to an opportunity like that, contact me.
And the one thing about you is that like you're sensitive to current events, you know? And that sensitivity is something so phenomenal, you know, because I've been seeing so many videos on YouTube and they piss me off about what's happening in the US, you know, like I'm like, seriously, you know, is that what humanity has become? So that's quite powerful to tackle a subject like that. Don't shoot our neighbor, you know? I mean, it's just common sense, you know?
You would think.
Yeah, I just have this image of you, Joski, doing this piece in the middle of the courtroom before the judge delivers his verdict,
Oh, that would be great.
saying you can't have guards in these cities anymore.
Oh man.
Joski always speaks with an eloquent voice, a proper justice voice,
Yeah.
and he's been blessed with the gift of the ability to enunciate and the mesmerizing effect of his guitar and sound and everything just blending in harmony. You feel that it's a heartfelt thing, that it's coming from his soul, and that's just special.
Well, to what Zumkanto was saying, it's really like the tables have really been turned because, so much of the population in America would watch videos about stuff happening in other places in the world and get pissed off about it. Now people are watching what's going on here and getting pissed off about it. And yeah, just be glad you're not living here now.
But thankfully, we have people like the Jai Master. We have people like Joski C. We have people like Michael Sindler that will tell you what's going on, right? Um, like I know y'all haven't heard from me in a while, but like Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On" is like one of my ultimate inspirations because at a time where being anti-war was almost being anti-American, and he told it like it was. Joski, your artwork always seems like that. I'm telling you, man. Like, if you have a recording of that, send it to me. Because that is just like I am hearing such a band rocking with you, Joski. Like I can see the video, right, coming into the courtroom and Joski just like, oh man, like it's just amazing, right? Courtroom lined with Marines, right? Semper Fi to all the brothers and sisters. Just amazing, Joski. You create so much beautiful imagery, your tone, your choices. Like that's a masterpiece, Joski. It really is, sir. And I'm gonna need you to make sure that you're continuing to play that um, whenever. I'm still waiting on the album. Again, if you need me to produce it, you let me know. I will get some folks together, man. Like we need an entire Joski C album, man, for real. Thank you, Joski, for what you do, staying dedicated to it. Shout out Deneen. That's just a monstrous song, Joski. Thank you. All right. Four more artists, and we'll go to halftime. Coming up next, this gentleman, I like to call him our resident blacksmith. His pen stays the sharpest. He is a master of form. He continues to come through as a pillar of this community. We wouldn't be here almost 5 years later without this gentleman's dedication. I thank you. Poetry thanks you. Mr. Lighthouse Writers himself, the one and only Michael Sindler is in the building. Please let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Great to see you too, and great to see everybody here, especially right now at the end of the year. Looking forward to another great year to come. And I'm just going to put up, because I wouldn't want to end the year without it, my little call out to lighthousewriters.org, which all you people out there in YouTube land will be pleasantly surprised to check out. I'm going to do 5 pieces, but 4 of them are haiku, so it's be pretty quick. This first one is Until There Are Eight. Add one more candle each night until there are eight. Happy Hanukkah. And this one's a few days early. 12/23. Aluminum pole, an airing of grievances. Happy Festivus. And some people who've been coming here for a long, long time will remember a great poet named The Withdrawn. At least that's what he went by. But I wrote this for him, and it's called Bad Claus. Santa got sloppy. Bad claws for a good cause. All about the love. And this is the little longer one. Christmas on the ashram. It's Christmas on the ashram. All the lamps are lit. The Murdies are dressed in their best saris and lungis. The bells ring in rhythm before them. Sweets and fruits are laid at their feet, just as they are every other day. With so many gods, it's almost always a holy birthday. Today it's Jesus. And finally, because I don't know if we're going to be doing another one of these at all this year, this one is called 12/31/95 for BW. Let's go exploring, cried the boy to the tiger sailing into white. Okay, thank y'all.
Man, I honestly don't know how you do that, but that was magnificent. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
All right, Michael.
Wonderful, Michael.
Yeah, man. I miss that voice.
Rocking the haikus.
Yes, and the honesty that always comes with it, you know? Like you're not afraid of tackling these issues, just like Joski, and like I'm proud of Americans right now, because largely the MAGA voice is being drowned by folks like you, who actually can relate to how stupid everything is that's happening, and so I salute you for that.
You know, I I am always in awe of what you do and how you do it because you have been introducing me to different forms of poetry since I've known you. And here near the end of the year, yes, we do. We have one more this year. But even now, you just delight people in such a form. It's like I'm not gonna drown you in anything. I'm gonna hit you and keep moving. I'm gonna hit you and keep moving. The way that you write haiku is also amazing, right? Add one more candle. Happy Hanukkah. He said happy Festus. Shout out the Withdrawn though. Like I have not seen that dude in a while. Shout out the Withdrawn, man. What are the dopest cats around? A creative brain that most of you have never heard of, but when you hear it, you'll never forget it. That dude was dope, man. Santa got sloppy. Bad clause for a good cause. That was money, Michael, for real. With so many gods, it's almost always a birthday, sir. I just don't know, really. Like, I would hope that someone just gives you a residency so you can just teach people the purest form of poetry because it is in love with you and you have such a relationship with it. I'm always in awe of it. Thank you, sir. It has been a pleasure spending another incredible year with you, learning from you and hearing you. Absolutely incredible. Thank you, sir. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, The Earth Spirit himself is in the building. Author of The Impromptu of Love of Music and his latest offering, Animals. This gentleman, you could almost hear the babbling brook coming out of his throat. He is truly amazing with it, and he is truly dedicated to being exactly who he is, and we love it. The one and only Ray Whitaker in the building. Come on, Ray, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Always an amazing introduction. Thank you. I have two for you tonight. First one is more in the city than the country, but it's called The Photographer. The Italian winter has left snow on the round roof. Now inside, just below the oculus, the crowd of sightseers, hundreds, quiet, a moving circle in awe inside the Pantheon. The circular interior displaying this, a building standing for 2,000 years, begetting, forming inspiration still. In the middle of the flow, he set up his tripod, assembled the camera to record the amazing views of cultured paintings, marble statues, vibrant colors leapt out to capture imagination's delight. The crowd moved around him, no complaints, silent as a school of fish in currents, moving around colorful coral formations of the Great Barrier Reef. The many hundreds, shining, silvers, swirls, never stopping motion as if they did not mind the obstruction. Photos as if to bring it all home, to share the wonders of Hadrian's commission in AD 128, the genius of the construction, absent any obvious interior supports. The great dome rises, presenting what could have been an accomplishment of angels. Thank you. And this next one is a piece written into the political nature of the United States, but it's called Becoming the Earl. The canyon reverberates with tyranny. Old hierarchy is fraught with corruption, even in the year 870. Torched houses of the competitors bear witness. The armed minions of the older have the nag of questions in their eyes. The water rushes through the mountain watercourses. These winters, snow melts wash away the rot of a dead dies in there. The corruption of the dirt is cleansed, and the earth readies for a new day. The wolf howls soft on the green hillside. The elk bugles in the distance. Hear the eagles cry. A wounded goat whimpers under the longhouse. Great halls are made not of shields. The rafters are not bolstered by spears. Old traditions do not persist in the dawn of today. Even so, the evils of leaders come through the ages. Yet good people are born to the tribes, these worthy of the battles they must face. Somehow the red-tailed hawk speaks the truth to them. They listen in the safe places. The good have grown. They are wiser than the manipulation of Twitter, smarter than the spies on Instagram, and only text their truth to those who listen. That there will be nobody to burn on the pyre, no longship to set ablaze going to the final sail for the sunset, only the dark dust of a prison in the twilight. For right will always drain the reprehensible swamp. It took place tomorrow. Thank you.
This cat just hit us with a Back to the Future joint. Y'all hear that? Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ray Whitaker.
It took
Man,
place
also,
tomorrow.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
Yes, Ray.
you know why it resonated so much with me? It's because I was recently banned on Facebook and IG for, get this, posting too fast. I only post 2 posts or 3 a day, right? But I think like my ascension to speaking about black folk more kind of got the algorithm saying, nah, they're scared out there. So for you to speak
Oh yeah.
for the people that are trying to change things is amazing, because I was shocked. Because I was just posting appreciation posts recently. It wasn't about even, it was just appreciation posts.
Yeah, well,
But
they know
then
you're dangerous, man.
Yeah, and yet those places are overflowing with all sorts of hate speech. Those places overflow. They are a flickering sewer of hate speech,
yes,
but they're gonna
yes.
cut you off.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Ray, I wanted to say this group of poems was so strong with your kind of meshing nature with humanity. Those poems really wove, humanity into nature in
Yeah.
a really beautiful way.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you
Paul.
actually express nature better than almost any poet I know right now.
Oh man, thank you. Thank you very much.
It happened tomorrow.
I know, Joski. Like, that's gonna resonate with me too, sir. It happened to me. That's why I hit it with the Back to the Future poem. Like, yo, that was just amazing, sir. How please hear what your colleagues had to say about how you do what you do. Um, and I love how you mention these concrete things that people know, right? You mentioned the Oculus, the Pantheon, Silent as a School of Fish. That was miraculous. An accomplishment of angels, the Great Barrier Reef. Um, in your second poem, you mentioned torched houses of the competitors bear witness, right? Hear the eagles cry. Smarter than the spies on Instagram. Listen, be careful because the moment you start talking about them, you start knocking on those doors, they start answering. And what do? Just like Zomkonto was talking about, they ban you, right? How dare you go against the status quo? How dare you have an individual spirit? How dare you think individually? This is a collective brain. We are the Borg. At least that's what they would like us to believe. Thank you, Ray. Really, your voice always cuts through. Is very clean, very pure, and we appreciate you very much, sir. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next. So I heard um, a group called Art Define. Shout out Art Define. Hosted this incredible artist recently, and he came through and with the softest of voices, like tore a whole building down. Like I'm surprised y'all didn't see it on the news that New York had to clean up the streets because this cat had actually tore a whole building down. Author of Four Crescents, author of Black Calculus, author of Evaporating Rage. This author, playwright, former fencer, pushcart nominee, is just one of the pillars of our community that we all just love to see. His way with words is second to none. The one and only Noah Mathematics in the building. Come on, Math. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please, take it away.
Wow, thank you very much for the introduction. And last night's audience got a tour of my published literature, and wow, I impressed myself for a change. Check it out. These pieces that I'm gonna read tonight are on theme and a highlight of what comes next week. The Boil in the Bubble. Exploring the differences by comparisons of better than, higher than, Righter than, wider than, dichotomies causing distances unsafe for feeling. Easier to see with blind eyes that believe only what can be seen through closed minds by robed and limited perspectives. Watch for up-close heartfelt beats that resound with the earth sounds, rumbling, gently moving mountains of oxygen breezes, blowing like hurricanes out of an ocean of trees. Butterflies are massing like a San Francisco fog metamorphosing a summer solstice sun into a winter solstice new moon, frigid night. Next piece. Profound change is transformation. Transformation is the death of old, creating something new that will become old. Awareness of transformation, a balance between what was and what is, becoming, arms let go, while reaching for the same but different thing. What's the fulcrum between freezing and boiling, between liquid and vapor? Sublimation, when both occupy the same time and space. Invisible, becoming visible, disappearing again. Life is the dissolution of the former and faith in the latter. Balance is a meditation between the din of battle and the silence of discernment. Inertia is non-action that carries the end to the momentum of action. Silence carries the echo of noise, the sound, a hint of an home. Transformation is life on the way to becoming something unplanned. Peace.
You just have such a way of delivering your work, sir. It really is miraculous. Unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro.
That was so beautiful.
Bravo, maestro.
Mm.
Just really remarkable. Thank you. Thank you.
Silence carries the echo of noise.
Yeah.
Your wordplay is like you could easily be a battle rapper if you wanted. Silence carries the echo of noise.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, that was dope.
That was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a more strategic kind of battle carried on that soft voice. Transformation is life on the way to becoming.
The part
And
about becoming invisible and then visible again.
yes. Right? I was going there for sure. Right? It's invisible, then becomes visible, and then disappearing again. Right? As Zonkonto said, right? Carries the echo of noise. Right? The dichotomy creating distances unsafe for feeling into a new moon, frigid night, right? The awareness of transformation, right? The fulcrum between freezing and boiling. And listen, the way that you deliver your work, math, like there is no wasted breath. There are no wasted syllables. I really, really can't thank you enough for just staying strong enough to deliver your work the way you do, sir. A true warrior, man. Thank you. Thank you, Math. All right. One more artist, and we are going to go to halftime. Check it out. True Low East Side in the building. The only artist, author that I know who is published in the original Aloud anthology from the New Eureka Poets Cafe. This gentleman, he's a part of the entire system. If he was a brick, he would probably one of the first bricks. If he was mortar, he would probably be slathered all over the front of the building. This gentleman really, really does this. I can't thank him enough for all his critique and commentary throughout the evening. The one and only Jedi Master Paul Skiff is in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
Well, thanks for the intro. I'm on IG as Skiffgram, unless they've cut me off too. I've three kind of short things. Sunversation. So, when was the last time the sun asked you to have a conversation? You know the kind. The one that makes you drowsy while you want to stop and lift your face into the daydream of the distance, halting time for a minute. Or the conversation is between the horizon and yesterday, which is why in your ears there's the sound of echoes so subtle that they inspire an awareness hidden behind the vision that gives you the power to stand tall in the street. But vision and conversation always mingle on purpose to create an intoxication within the consciousness, encouraging a confidence that isn't sure where permission came from. And all this while the sun is dancing naked in the field we call resistance. And the only way a person can hear the sun is with their entire body. There's no other voice in the universe that envelops you so completely, but yes, one of these conversations, a living creature formed by listening skin. Consider me and what I say. It is the vision of a meteor. The second one is, dare to be dances from your spirit to your smile in sunlight that makes your shadow relax within weightlessness lighter than the song of the waves that lift you through the gifts of time. Well, I hope you won't be swept away by the atmosphere of joy and disappear through the cloud of bliss. Then I will need to wait until the cloud rains you back to earth, and you will be delivered by the sky's song of liquid pleasure. I've always thought you were the relative of a song. You have an effect on emotions like a song. But I cannot prove any part of this. Besides, a person who has been delivered by a cloud of joy has no need for me to understand them, only to feel their warmth. Consider my thoughts. They come from the field of pleasure where silence is the wind, and belonging to oneself and belonging to the earth are both within a distance as vast as the horizon. How has life led us together? How has life led us to speak this way? Tenderness and affection breathe within us, clothing themselves in our appearance. The last one is, what is the lesson from the Book of Wisdom today? The best counselor is silence. The best ambition is simply to be. Purity is the confusion between fullness and emptiness. The essence of waiting is persistence, known as being carefree. Is being alive merely a pause? Touching doesn't demand skin and can pass from the inside out. Do voice and wind share the same source? Are they descended from gravity's songs? Does laughter put two spirits in one place? I think because you are a shaman, it's easy for you to know the answers. Hombre, it's Saturday. Time to reclaim yourself from the demands of the world. Remember, every day is your birthday. Conspire to be lazy. Set your eyes on a book. Gaze at the stars. Listen to the rhythm of your heart and dance with a smile. May the pleasure of the universe dwell in your self-confidence, and may the tranquility of your feelings live on, because you are the only one who hears your satisfaction testify with joy in the face of love.
I'm speechless, folks. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul Skill.
Hey, Paul.
Wow, Paul. I have never heard your voice so tender and profound at the same time. You usually come profound, but tender? Man, I felt a gigantic hug. Wow.
Perfect word for it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Paul. Thank
And the stiffness, like I say, the stiffness brings the business, because every time your opening line is just way too intense.
Thanks. I'm going to quote you some, Conto. The stiffness brings the business.
For sure.
Bravo. Yes, indeed.
For sure. For
Work it.
sure. I love how you have stopped giving us a precursor like, oh, this is a snippet from something. You may not make sense, but maybe you can get down with the poetry of it all. And I have to agree with Math. The tenderness, that's something that I don't know if I've ever heard from you, Jedi Master. But you continue to show us the spectrum of your skills. And I don't think they make measurements that large, because and then you brought us three poems that were just absolutely stunning. The conversation is between the horizon and yesterday. Confidence that isn't sure where permission comes from. Oh my gosh. The only way a person can hear the sun is with their entire body. Silence is the wind, right? You said, do voice and wind share the same source, right? The essence of persistence. Is being alive merely a pause? Every day is your birthday, and listen to the rhythm of your heart. Like, those are universal. Thank you, Jedi Master, for doing what you do, and continuing to inspire the community. Really, like, you operate at such a high level, and I can't thank you enough for that. Woo! It has been an incredible first half, y'all. Yo. However, we have reached halftime, so please take the time to do what you need to do. We will be back in just about 5 minutes. All right. So refresh your drink, hit the bio, whatever needs to be done. And we will be back shortly, folks. For real. See you in just a few minutes. Good evening. And thank you for Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, we do this for real, folks. We do this and we have been doing this. Ah, that sucks. And I apologize if you folks could not hear the video. That was my tech issue. Sincere apologies. All right, let's keep it going because the second half is going to be absolutely amazing as well. Check it out. Coming up first, this gentleman defies time. I'm convinced. Um, he says that he's been alive for a certain amount of time, but I don't believe it. He is arguably one of the hardest working men in poetry. And he has more to do. He's still not done, folks. Trust. Author of Defending the Rainbow, as well as Exulate, Jubilate, in conjunction with our friendly neighborhood descendant of the Starship Enterprise. I like to call this gentleman the Vincent Price of poetry because he just stays so incredible. The one and only Ike Waltz in the building. Come on, Ike, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please, take it away.
Pizza Angelicum, in excelsior Dei Didldom, Sanctus Sanctus, in gloria jingle bells Angelicum. Nothing but sum, that miraculous Latin curriculum. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Dada 101, Mozart's boom boom, Basilica moratorium. The trumpet screams, ta-da, ta-da, the squeeze box squeezes children into materia. Emergencies at the bargain. The organ tells a tale of a drama so supine. Bach attempts in suicidal notes, bullets and guns in juvenile hands. Trampolini twitters, X is out of place, TikTok just in case. He grounds his tree that glitters, lines his pockets, and under thee, on our knee, we deserve better, at least we hope so. Don't bury vigilance in a Christmas box, yet shiny red silky ribbons may look festive on that busy day. Who is alive in Yemen, Syria, Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, Venezuela? History. How can anybody sleep anyway? Politics so repugnant, so everyday. The bloody trigger finger points, the daily kill, war crimes lost count. The mother of all bombs excites, the father of all bombs ignites. And in doubt, promises spew louder than loud, that brainless deadly mushroom cloud. The violin jubilates, happy, happy Christmas Day, and we pretend to pray. Holy, jolly scratch, shrum, the orchestra responds that familiar dum diddle bum bang chip bum. Pray for that lulla time of Christianity. Sing, sing along that everlasting, that's so familiar, what we are so dearly trained to love. That annoying flicker of the candle, chocolate flakes, and icing on blonde, blue-eyed baby Jesus, Christmas nutty butter cake. Melancholy? Melancholy? Pray for the power of the NRA. Opioids kiss little children into good night. Whose blood does not clot when you exhale that classic tale called ice? Oh my God! It's Christmas Day! In excelsior Dei Didldom Sanctus Sanctus, in gloria, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Just don't take our price away. That loaded pizza, Angelicum, our gloria, Americum. On my knees I pray, chibum, chibum und sactet spaghetti basilicum. Omnis spiritus laude dominum in excelsis Dio, or is it miserabile dictum, de didldom, yet hypocrisy seems forever in delirium. So let the trumpet blow, let the fiddle sing, let the trumper jubilate, and the Christmas candlelight forever will tickle and enlighten me.
I he always just does this. He always just leaves me just like, gosh, how do you do it? Which is why I don't believe the number. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike. Whoa.
Ike.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I
Yeah,
see
that
what you
was
did.
just a tour de force of your powers. It was like a
Mm.
phantasmagoria of language and playing with language and languages. And now, people, I'm sure you're going to agree with me. Wouldn't it be great to see Ike working as Santa Claus in a mall and he gets up and says this?
That'd be fantastic. Be the
and
best.
and like I see what he did with that trumpet line. That was just
I want to
I
know
see what I
what
see what
parts
you
you
hid in that line.
Ike, how many languages do you speak, sir?
Oh, two. And about 10 I pretend to know.
That's such a great answer.
got me beat.
Listen, I have been delighted in hearing this gentleman just play with language in such a way. I love the Santa line. I really do. Again, y'all just creating these videos in my brain. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, okay. Now we can come in on a Christmas tree with Ike sitting there reading his poetry, right? Once upon a time in Deedledom. Um, just amazing, sir. That gentleman said that he is a certain age. No way. There's no way. Shout out to Queen Sheila. Thank you so much, Ike, for doing what you do. He said, don't bury vigilance in the Christmas box. What? What? I could have swore there was some Latin in there. But you never know, Ike, man. You never know. Ike has produced some incredible work this year so far, with a promise of more to come in 26. So please stay tuned. Thank you, Ike, for what you do and continuing to share it with us. All right, let's keep it going. Folks, my sincere apologies about the technical difficulties with the halftime audio. I will definitely make sure that does not happen again. All right, coming up next, I don't see her. I thought she was in here earlier, but there she is. There she is. So, this artist came through with such a beautiful perspective and such a beautiful question when she came through, and I told her like, "Yo, you got to come through every Thursday because we need that perspective because no one else brings it to our community." She has a very unique voice and a very unique style, and we are here for it. The one and only Manya is in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you. I put my Instagram in the chat. It's at the Dabbler's Diaries. The first piece is called Same Stars. When I look up at the sky, I don't see the stars anymore. I see blue clouds of machines choking, like my past wrapped its hands around the throats of the machines, metal lungs struggling to breathe instead of the blue curtains of the galaxy. It's the same blue, isn't it? I used to stare up and wonder, as God painted trails of white. They looked like hope, like a future that wanted me back. But as time etched lines in my forehead, the stars grew dimmer, the white dulled by black streaks. Under those same stars, I had a ventriloquist take charge, pulled invisible strings up, down, like my body was a scream he already knew how to muffle, forced my legs wide open. They're the same legs, aren't they? The same legs that carry me, that know how to run, that learn to freeze in that moment. That night gave birth to a new reality, a new dream where footsteps of shadows reach me first. Before anyone raises a hand, I say hi. Smile first, laugh at jokes, survive, repeat. I used to stare up at the stars. Now I stare at my reflection. Practice lies like a script, I was the one into it. I was the one who invited him over, who let him choose that show. It was Suits, a fucking course. It took a month before I learned to speak again. I called my mom, the one who I thought would wrap her blanket around me, and I heard, "What did you do?" With 4 words, she threw a lit match at my boxed up scripts. That night, after he took his share of my body, the stars were witnesses to my silence being louder than my voice. We shook hands, like we agreed the price tag on my body. He went home, and I collapsed in my bed. We laid there under the stars. They were the same goddamn stars, weren't they? This next piece is called You in the Sky. I pretend that when the stars twinkle, they're really just waving at me. Especially after everything that happened, I see you lighting the world with your fire. There were at least 60 years left to your life, so why were they cut short? But I promise I won't stop researching every galaxy if it means I can find you again. All of your patterns and the beautiful colors you leave behind across the sky. If it's quiet enough, maybe I can capture it. If the lights are dim enough, I can maybe share it. The curtains of blue and purple can open. Scientists tell me it's the sun charging particles in your gas. I tell them no, it's you reminding everyone with your colors. The colors that hide where most should see you. You taught me who I was. You didn't have time to learn who you were, but I will, as you shine among others. And this last piece is called Grounded. I run through the jungle of lies that keep me up. Hunter's not on my side, setting up a bear trap for a cricket. I keep escaping these traps that I so meticulously parse through, my chirp extending too far and snap. The bear trap shrunk to a cricket trap closed around me. This trap looks familiar, as if I made it myself. Oh shit. New plan. How does a hunter untrap a cricket whose wings have gone too close to the sun and have now melted into a sticky puddle, willing this trap shut? All it takes is 5 things I see, 4 things I feel, 3 things I hear, 2 things I smell, and 1 thing I taste. And the puddle evaporates to take form of my wings. With in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. The trap melts into a mirror of me extending my hand out. Lastly, I repeat everything I know. My name is Bonnie Frank. I'm 22 years old. I live in New York City, but I'm from Virginia. I have 1 brother, 1 mother, 1 father, and they're all named German and Germanician respectively. And I transform back to human. Now that I'm back to reality, I can go to the comedy show. It's called Life. Thank you.
Come on, comedy show. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Manya. Wow.
Yeah, I'm keying into,
Ugh.
the tone of this work you've been doing, and it's really very sort of classical, tinged with classical melancholia. And I really am feel your delivery. You have this way of delivering these lines where frequently with the very last syllable of the last word of the line, there's a kind of almost imperceptible tightening of your throat. And that conveys this intense and huge amount of emotion, so out of proportion to the subtlety of the way you deliver it. It's really quite a phenomenal performance.
That's a poem by itself. That ventriloquist line. I would love to hear that ventriloquist line again. That was on another level.
Yes, that ventriloquist line was pretty astounding indeed. She said, "Under those same stars, I had a ventriloquist take charge." Like, oh Lord, I can't remember the last time I heard that word in a poem, let alone in conjunction with what you were talking about. That was pretty masterful. Seriously. Um, the blue clouds of machines choking, like a future that wanted me back. It took a month to learn to speak again. She threw a lit match to my boxed up scripts. Damn it. Let me tell you. And that second piece, I just love that line. You said, I won't stop researching every galaxy till I find you again. Listen, that's some next lifetime, eternal. Be careful who you tell that to. They'll follow you forever. Just saying. um, and the third one, you said setting up a bear trap for a cricket. How does a hunter untrap a cricket? Like your visuals are coming very, very clear. Very clear. And then how you play with them. It's pretty amazing. Really. Thank you for doing what you do. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you come back through every Thursday. Amazing work. Appreciate your voice, truly. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next. Yo, Jersey in the building. Where'd that cat go? He was just here. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. I see you. I love when artists have their flow locked in, and this cat is one of those. You could probably give him a dissertation by Archimedes, and he would still rock it in his style. And I absolutely love that. He doesn't bend or break for anyone. And I'm looking forward to what he has to share with us this evening. The one and only Brian and Cecil in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thanks, Elemental. I'm going to try to get two pieces in, but two different pieces. But let me start with this first one. I actually did this one a few weeks ago, but I just added more to it. It's called Both Worlds. I don't come from two states, it's just one place, a mythical space called NY and J. Not one or the other, we fucking hybrids. The one staters won't ever understand this. 718 my orange and 908 all the way. Lastly, 201 provided me with a place to stay. The newest to come from this strange family called the News. Miss York's got the reputation, Miss Jersey's got the view. Tight like sisters, but just as combative as two misters. But quick to strike a truce when they come to visitors. When they judging us and thinking we are visiting. As if the rest of the country wasn't all spiraling. From Queens to Elizabeth, royalty not required. From Eastwick to the Heights, but I could keep on going higher. From chasing Mr. Softies to chasing NJT rides. Take the path to be on time. MTA for showtime. From Italian eateries to more Italian eateries. Combined, we got more restaurantes than fucking Italy. Heart of the East Coast, the Mecca, birthplace of hip hop. At Sedgwick Avenue, a fact that can never be topped. And across the river, Sinatra's Hoboken home still stands. And why Giant's second home, the Meadowlands. And if landing at JFK or LGA won't work, there's always the last resort, the EWR in Newark. Counter and Port Authority did nothing about them delays, then justify why the feds keep on getting raised. All while our net pay continues remaining the same. That's why we fair evading our local Olympian game. Cold front slam to the face like getting smacked by a brick. That shit really stings. Best get you some low or Vicks. You one state sorry. Yeah, one state might have more glamour and glitz, but the other always got a short thing. But hold up, let's not forget your imperfections. Don't be mad, it's all said with pure affection. Admit it, you all know you got a dark side. Admit it, Jason Scorsese brought it out to light. Admit it, we a central hub for crime, from prices low to high. Admit it, everybody call us crazy, but y'all smile. Admit it, for better or worse, y'all define the style. It's what completes the picture. Your flaws make you raw. Tell everybody we don't fucking play at all. Y'all wear it like a badge and you let them know. Broadway or bar fights, we always put on a fucking show. Even our that's the first one. That's the first one. So the second one is I'm doing it in Spanish. This one's, if anything, just as angry. Just as angry. It's called it's called Los Fucking Taraos. Um or LFT. Mi familia ya no quiere nada tener conmigo. Puso muchos años para que me vea como un gringo. Todos me miren más con mi nariz lleno con moco. Y cuando yo explico Todos me llaman loco, hablo con duro R, me quito el acento, todo para que creen que si yo tengo mis documentos, menos amigos, todo porque yo voto, tengo nadie está confiar en los idiotas como yo, métete en la cabeza, eres latino primero, ilegal segundo y americano último. Oye, gorro rojo, ¿por qué te llores? Tu hombre ganó y ahora ¿dónde está tus flores? Pensaste que te van a conocer simplemente como uno de ellos, hay que simple tu mente es. También amargándote siempre es fácil, porque no paras a pensar como tienes ADHD. No entiendes que ese a mí nunca me va a pasar. Siempre hablas hasta que lo arresta el charlatán. No crees todo lo que te dicen, no tienen repuestos. Eso no fue mencionado del padre Nuestro, un ídolo de oro orido en el mismo color, van con el mismo, uno con menos dolor. Dicen que son cristianos con cruces chuecos, porten como Judas dándote besos, el tipo para celebrar el crucifixión. No sé, hay que recordar qué significa religión. A la escuela dominical debe regresar porque por tu libro el infierno te espera.
So okay, okay. I hear you. I hear you now. Now I hear you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Brian and Cecil.
Flying.
Mm. The way I
That was
love hip
amazing.
hop, man. The way I love hip hop, and like I visit jails, right? And the hood just trying to dissuade young people from gangs. And some of the things they say through hip hop are like the most poetic I've ever heard. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. This man is in orange and just spitting some of the most decent bars I've ever had. You know what I mean? It's like hip hop and poetry are inseparable. And the way you expressed yourself in the first one was just so amazing. More restaurants than Italy? Come on now.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I have to say I really enjoyed that first poem because, it's such a classic thing out here, the rivalry between the one side of the river and the other. And if you do something like that, you're just going to make enemies on both sides, But that was just classic, and I've never heard anybody sum it up so tightly and so fiercely like that. And I just want to say you have a very massive talent to switch between doing this kind of very tight rhythm and rhyme scheme work you do in English, and then just to flip the switch and be doing it in Spanish. That takes a lot of just physical skill and mental and just kind of mental fluidity, and that's hard to learn. The majority of that just has to come naturally, but is certainly a major fire gets lit when you're here. So I hope you keep coming back to spark it up.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you, everyone.
Listen, check it out. I think I might have finally heard it this evening, and I've been listening to you, and I've been listening to you. However, yeah, like the Jedi Master was saying, the flip between NY and NJ, like, yeah, you'll probably make enemies on both sides of the river 100% of the time, and you know that, and you know that. It's all good though, right? Because you said tight as sisters, but combative as two misters, for sure, right? However, I heard your whole reggaeton spirit come alive this evening. I don't know if you've thought about that, sir, but you need to dig in there. Because how you rip it, your flow works perfectly in a reggaeton environment. Perfectly. Just think about it. Find an artist that you dig, jump on a track, record it, and listen to yourself. For real. That was just bars on bars, man. For real. I'm gonna need you to really, really go back and listen to yourself in English and Spanish. That was fire, man. Absolutely fire. Appreciate you for keeping your flow locked in and staying with us. Yeah, of course, he mentioned the birthplace of hip hop. If you don't know, now you know. Um, for better or for worse, we define style. Listen, argue with your mama. It's just that way. It's just that way, man. Appreciate you for putting in that work. Seriously. All right. Let's see. We got about 6 artists ready to go and about 3 on the good luck round. Hopefully we can get to it, but no guarantee, folks. Coming up next, this artist, listen, I've been hearing from this artist and I've been looking forward to hearing from her. She has a family connection with the founders of our cafe, and she is an incredible artist and author and writer in her own right. I always look forward to hearing what work she has to share with us. She's just incredible. The one and only Sarah Small in the building. Come on, Sarah, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Elemental, can everyone hear me? Yeah? Cool. My Instagram is in the chat, and I'm gonna try and just get through this one poem. It's a first draft. So, and just to clarify, Doom is my friend's name, not a metaphor. Okay. Dear Doom, I'm so glad I can say about us, punk's not dead. We are like the Northern Lights now. We don't get out much. But I remember back in the day, Friends began in NYC, later PHILLY, and later MPLS. Dinkins was mayor, Tompkins Square Park was closed after the riots, martial law and Losida. Armed men in blue outfits, armed with pistols, mace, billy clubs on every corner. They could legally kill you, and they still can. Like tropical songbirds flying south because they have to. Many of us were runaway kids. We were trying to make life a little bit better, like Wawa. But you and I, Doom, our bond was a little extraño. We were chased out of the Bronx at 10 a.m. on a Monday morning by this drunk guy with a lead pipe. He had mistaken us for some other punks that clearly he didn't like. I was so glad my legs were attached to a 16-year-old body, that those legs that were unshaven were able to jump to light speed like Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon. My muscles and joints, my fast feet, and our loyal friendship saved the day. We had to hop the turnstiles of the subway to get back to our dearest alphabet city. We made it home without getting our skulls cracked in or worse. We met in Losida, the east side that is lower but not less than. It should be called the better east side. The streets of Losida running through our bodies like blood, bringing nutrients to our cells, still close enough to St. Mark's Place. Losida, the city of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We knew our HIJK elemental Ps. We were squatters, and some had full-time jobs and families. You and I simply did not want to be a statistic, although that was still an option. We loved to take in hop flowers, fermented, transform into beverage, even though we were just kids, thankful for the nickels, dimes, and quarters that we had. We shared falafel sandwiches, raw onions making us feel alive, tomatoes lifting our spirits, tahini dripping down our faces, helping us to know that we were still here. That's it.
Wow, what a vivid story. Unmute yourself, give it up for Sarah Small.
Right, Sarah.
Wonderful.
And you know what is amazing is the irony of speaking of your friend called Doom, but then you escape Doom together. You know?
We
That
did.
is
We
just
totally
so
did.
amazing. Yeah, that is so amazing. Like, I was sensing that irony. I'm like, oh, people with crowbars and trying to get you down, and that was amazing. And the Northern Lights line, that was amazing because I've never seen the Northern Lights, and I still want to see them. That was beautiful.
Great local color, just chocked full of all this sort of landmark sights and scenes and things that went on. It's really unfair of you to end a poem about, chomping down on a falafel sandwich because you just make me want to eat something now.
Right. She mentioned the raw onions made them feel alive. Like, wow, I had never heard that about a Savoya, but golly, I love it. Um, I love how you said trying to make life a little bit better. Thankful your legs were attached to a 16-year-old body. We jumped to light speed like Han Solo. She mentioned Alphabet City. She said the better East Side, not the lower, but the better East Side. Like that was pretty dope. That was pretty dope, really. You mentioned the falafel and the team dropping down your throat, down your arm. Listen, anytime you have good food and it dribbles down, you got to go back to get more. It just it's just that way. Thank you for coming through this evening. I'm glad you made it. You always make an impact. We truly, truly appreciate you. Hope to see you soon. All right. Coming up next, Auntie April in the building. She comes through with just some realistic stories that remind you that sometimes a heart is filled with gears and they shift and they come with pedals up here. She revs her engine so hardcore, man, for real. But be careful because they could probably cause tears. Just preparing you. The one and only Auntie April is in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
You can find me on Instagram at auntie_April. This is called SAD, December, and SAD is an acronym for Seasonal Affective Disorder. Time shortens, days still shimmer with laughter and sun, yet long nights stretch icy, those painful ones. It's no coincidence mine all return each December. No matter how I try to forget, 'tis the season to remember. Tia Maria's passing begins the first gentle flurry. Then mom's follows close. Winter storms in a hurry. Abuela's heavenly birthday, icicles form and grow. And last week, my padrino died beneath new fallen snow. He held me in my first white gown the day he became my godfather. Then my last, walking me down the aisle as a promise to my mother. We joked for hours past the solstice of her pain, watching light return in increments, only to wane in December again. I was such a tomboy. I was like the son he never had, while he was the closest person I had to a dad. Now grief leaves me frozen December. I ask you why, but my tears just turn to frost, so I let this poem cry. I tried to imagine the day after tomorrow's thaw. Then Christmas arrived whispering, but wait, there's more. Somewhere above beneath heaven's silver sphere, I hear God laugh as he says, hold my beer. This one is called Schnapps, and that's an acronym for carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. In the seven deadliest of sins, we should have included melancholy. So much time wasted in wormholes of oblivion's trajectory. I know the same six elements creating the universe and humanity is no coincidence. Even as a speck of a larger picture, my defying gravity proves not so insignificant. I jeopardized myself in a revolving moon of despair, yet my literature lit a path, proving poetry is the only one that cares. I am not ashamed to admit I've written pages strong enough to set me free. Perhaps because what once was is now a history that belongs to her, no longer me. Little by little, I help her heal, knowing none of it is her fault. And everything she wished for, I still pursue without halt. Asteroids may long to remain rock, but our souls hunger for so much more. Remnants of her linger, though I recognize myself less in the words from before. Old journal entries are hers alone. Now I invent new ones and weave my fractured thoughts into collages of infinite suns. Constellations threaded from every chart of light I refused to lose. Each illumination a muted big bang born of bruises and abuse. She clings to my heels as I warp speed ahead, and I just let her be. For the two stories merging within me craft a fool a galaxy. I do not know which of us writes this page as I gaze into the clusters of her tears. Our reflection shifts like laments fading into mirror near. The solar storms that blinded occur only in the past. When I learn to close my eyes and listen, in the quiet I see clearly at last. Revealing rainbows painted in sounds once unheard. Her long silence voice joins mine, reborn, unblurred. Like a supernova, we are all destined to perish inevitably. But unlike the stars, only the atoms in the moments I choose will survive me. Poem.
You're like one of the bravest folks I know, really. Unmute yourself. Give it up for April Gonzalez.
Beautiful.
Mm,
Hi, April.
mm,
April, you're
mm,
April, what was your Instagram?
Auntie underscore April. Auntie with a Y.
mm. I love that. Like I was the son that he never had because it was like a double entendre, you know? Like sun is in the light and sun is in pointing to the previous line where you say the tomboy line. That was fire, you know, and that was fire, you know. And I could tell that you were emotionally connected to that because I feel that loss. I lost my only sibling, August 11, you know, and I keep going up and down, tears and tears, tears upon tears, you know. So I get it, you know. So thank you for sharing your vulnerability with us. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I think the whole extended metaphor in the last third of the first poem that involving weather was just tremendous. And yeah, I identify with that SAD syndrome too. My month is October, but uh, it's just again, as Zankunto is saying, the fierceness with which you confront these situations and the kind of unself-conscious vulnerability you bring here is really a lesson in courage.
Thank you. I don't ever plan on crying. It's just, and I be like, I say it like 20 times and I felt myself.
It is
Yeah, you're
not
just
okay.
in touch with your center, with your center self, man. Each one of those tears is a gift from the creator, just letting
Ooh,
you know you're cool, you're here.
right,
There's
right.
a saying, out here in the Midwest, Native people say, some Native people say, tears are like windshield wipers for the soul.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
You've heard that one?
Nice,
Okay.
nice. Okay, okay. Listen, I had never heard that, but really dope. Um, I agree with all of your colleagues. When you are giving so much of your emotion to your poem, the universe is just reminding you that they are there with you, right? When you can't hold on to that emotion, it's just letting you know it's okay to feel it, right? Like you said, you did it like 20 times. But when you get around the people who bring all of this energy to you, it's almost impossible, honestly. But please understand, that's not a weakness. So there is really no need for you to apologize. That's just you giving your all to this poem. Um, Shout out Padrino. May he rest in peace. Um, Listen, it just reminds me that I need to call my god baby very soon. Shout out Nagasaki. Um, it's just something about it when you make the connection with the person that you didn't think you would, but it becomes such a pillar in your life. And you can't deny it. Amazing work. As Mkonto mentioned, the double entendre. Um, he was the closest person I had as a dad, right? Um, I've written pages strong enough to set me free. That's just a beast of a line. But thank you for sharing your true intimate feelings with us. We are here for you. We got you. Truly. Thank you. All right, let's keep it going. Let's see. Depending on the time, folks, we may get to the good luck round or we may not. We shall see. Um, right. Okay, coming up next, this incredible gentleman, all the way from the South End, right? Um, I love when he comes through because you can see and hear the progress in his work that he continues with. He finds himself trying to be in the spaces to make sure people hear him and hear the progress that he's making with his work. Love when he comes through. The one and only Principe is in the building. Come on, Principe. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It's always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
I'll be sharing two poems tonight. The first poem is entitled "A Blistering North Dakota Winter Blows by Me. It impositions my skin to a lifetime that lay ahead, stiffening my hands quicker than I can reach right park, colder than sudden heat blazing your skin, whipping wind pressing against your car window. This unfamiliar place is home for now." That's the first poem. And the second poem is untitled too right now, "The Moment." Her holy eyes speak with feminine or humbling me at her feet. So I asked, can you please, can I please have the key to your heart? Tickling your heart with enticing words, because I want to skinny dip in your, spinning your web of love. Trap me in your femininity. I want to feel your organic orgasms. Never mind, I want to come in tandem with you because I saw everlasting magic in your eyes. Thank you.
Yo, did you say trap me in your femininity?
Yes.
Come on, dude, for real though. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Principe.
The Principe.
Yeah, I'm stealing that line, Principe. I think it was, I want a skinny dip in your web of love.
And the man has the courage to say, I want to feel your organic orgasms. That organic orgasms, that was amazing.
Right. Extra big O. Extra big O. Like, wow, man. Like, Your wordplay is getting incredible, Principe. Like for real, man. You put in some serious work, man. Every time I hear you, you got something else, right? Um, you said, "Can I please have the key to your heart?" Gosh, be careful who you say that to, sir. Just saying. Be careful who you say that to. Somebody gonna believe you, and they're gonna follow you forever. Just saying. Make sure that's the person that you want when you say something like that. Just saying. Great work, Principe. Truly appreciate you, man. All right. Coming up next, we have three artists left to go. Coming up next, listen, we have a new voice in the building. What? Yo. First of all, welcome to the greatest community in the world. Is this your first time rocking with us?
So I attended an open mic night for the Indigenous Hip Hop Festival back in the Bronx in October. But I didn't perform and I really wanted to, so this is my redemption moment.
Fantastic. Listen, without giving us your address, please tell us where in the world you are plugging in from this evening.
Well, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm originally from Florida, but I live in Brooklyn now for the past 2 years.
Listen, Brooklyn in the building. You know how crazy folks from Brooklyn get. Yo, Brooklyn in the building. Um, listen, first of all, thank you for finding us. We have been waiting for you to come through so we could hear your incredible work. You have seen how it has gone so far this evening. Listen, let these folks know where they can find you and we'll yell at you after. Please take it away. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. I just added my Instagram. And yeah, this is my first ever open mic performance. So I just have one piece to share. It's called In Reality. So, in reality, I think I'm really cool. And I like reality. She's really cool. But you know, I heard him say, reality is a bitch. And you know what? I think I'm beginning to understand why some might say that. Because listening to reality can be such a strange experience. I mean, these days, as I sit with reality, all of the painful thoughts and feelings flood the space. I stand up 10 toes down with reality and I hear him say, "You don't know who you are. And you call yourself a writer? You don't know how to write well. You tell people you're a writer, but the reality is you disappear from every book and every journal for months on end every year. Damn! Maybe reality is a bitch, but she's no liar. In reality, I'm trying my best. In reality, I'm giving this my all. In reality, I must be honest here. The pain here is real. I don't know how these painful wounds will heal. The scars and the scabs left behind still hurt. My bones, my flesh, it all feels so brittle and so sore. In reality, it all hurts, and I'm learning how to sit in all of that. Gradually, my reality will shift. Though I feel myself drowning, in reality, I always have 10 toes down on the ground. I feel the intensity, but in reality, it is manageable, and the reality is I'm okay.
Wow. Wow. Come on, y'all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Oh, how great is
Danielle.
it to, be the first people to hear this? No, just more and more greatness is going to come. So glad you're part of us now.
Hmm. And I love honest poets, because we are all always grappling with reality, you know. And reality challenges us so much. But the very fact that you said you're standing 10 toes down, that's all we got to do. That's all we got to do, go ballerina on reality. That's all we got to do. And it's such a very honest poem, And I'm glad that you joined our community. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you're here. You debut here with philosophy, which is a really deep, deep, deep pool to dive headfirst into as a poet. So you've set up a really deep and broad challenge for yourself to keep following through. I really liked how you ended the poem, like the last line or second to the last line, with this slightly despondent sigh that I think is just universal. Everybody does that sigh when they've dealt with reality at a certain point. But this line just really is a kicker. Maybe reality is a bitch, but she's no liar.
Yo, that was money. That was money. Um, Listen, first of all, before I attempt to butcher it, and I apologize if I did, please pronounce your first name for me.
My name is Daniele. Last name is
Danny.
Trujillo.
Got you. Just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to be yelling out the wrong things, but just to make sure. Thank you so very much for coming through. Um, so we have a few traditions around this part. Um, Usually, we're going to pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry, baby. Because this is your first time coming through and ripping an open mic. Thank you for coming through and sharing it with us. That's absolutely amazing. You are definitely now one of us, right? And let me be the first to proudly remind you now that you have absolutely fucked up. Because now you have to be here every Thursday because we are here to hear you. We are here for you. And when you start talking about that bitch named reality, oh, listen, we've all had a dance on the dance floor with her. All right? All of us. All right? We may have stepped on her toes. She may have stepped on ours. But definitely we all carry the scars. All right? Um, you said listening to reality can be such a strange experience. No doubt. It says you don't know who you are. You call yourself a writer? Oh, I love questions like that. I love questions like that. And you have found a place where writers around the world have felt just like that. And this is why we come together each and every week to remind ourselves and each other. I don't need you to co sign anything that I do. I know who I am, and I stand 10 toes down on it. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I love that. 10 toes down. Put that on a shirt. Wear it. 10 toes down. For real. Excellent work. Don't be a stranger. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Amazing. Make sure you put your information in the chat again so we can make sure that we connect to you and remind you that, hey, Wednesday night, you need to sign up. Be back here Thursday. For real. Great work. Welcome. All right. We have two more left on the guaranteed list. And these two are just, enigmas around this part. Coming up first, it is time for our TES talk. The gentleman who raises the IQ in every room that he steps into. Make sure you plug into his Substack. He writes the kind of poetry that just, you're just gonna have to go back and make sure you get it all because he is just so ingrained with his words. It's just amazing every time I hear him. The one and only Mr. Tez Somok is in the building. Come on, Mr. Tez. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
All right, sir. Can you hear me?
Sounding beautiful, sir.
All right, we're gonna go with a song today. Mix it up. woke up on stolen ground. Yeah, I woke up on stolen ground. Kind of water whispering names they try to drown. I've got deeds in my pocket, but the soil don't make sound. My house is quiet and clean. My house is quiet and clean. But there's bones in the foundation and ghosts in the machine. I mow the lawn every Sunday. Still can't wash what it means. There's that settler blue, yeah. Yeah, there's that settler. Not hunger to change, but I got comfort that bruises. I inherit the silence, and I pay all my dues. I pay all my dues. With these settler blues, I read history like the weather. Something's always far away, but the heat keeps rising, and they're got something to say. Every field got a memory, every road a debt to pay. I sing freedom and borrowed words. I sing freedom and borrowed words. Tongue-tied by comfort, truth clipped like a bird. I want absolution, but forgiveness ain't insured.
I try to tell y'all that this band is incredible. And then he picks up his guitar and sings to us all. Please unmute yourself. Give it up for the one and only Mr. Tezza
Yeah,
Somo.
that's already
Oh,
we got so much right, but
the
we
Tony.
have been like he's been holding out. He hasn't pulled out his electric in years now. This
True.
man, I mean, he plays all this beautiful, folk stuff on that acoustic, man, but he can wail on an electric.
The Sonic
Keep it
Test
specific.
Tony. Oh man, like that first line, I woke up on stolen ground, is resonant
Doesn't
across
get better than that.
continents.
Sure,
You know?
for sure,
That was nice.
really cool. Really cool.
for sure.
Yeah, it's time for a collaboration between Tez and Joski.
I know.
Here for it, folks. I'm telling you, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Don't tempt me with a good time. Damn it, I'm there.
Yeah, I can see a lot of good collaborations happening in this room.
For sure. For sure. Like this has been a space of just some incredible things. Talents have come together. I can't say collided, but they have come together and just created just some magnificence, really. Um, Mr. Tez, just those lines, they just, and then the patience that you take with your instrument, the patience that you take with delivering your words, they're unlike any other, sir. Um, you just continue to raise the IQ, sir, and I can't thank you enough for staying dedicated to it. Um, you can say a lot about Mr. Tez, but I guarantee you he is not your chihuahua. Make sure you plug in with Mr. Tez. All right. Unfortunately, folks, we have gone over time, so we will not get to the good luck round this evening. My sincere apologies. But please make sure you come through next week. So, closing us out this evening, Storm God's in the building. The atmosphere rearranger is here. You feel that crackling in the sky, in the earth? It's this guy. Um, he speaks like with the ancestors resting in the back of his throat, cheering for him. Um, he just is so fearless and is so fervent in the way that he delivers his work. It's absolutely amazing. I'm always in awe of this dude. I'm always learning from this dude, man. The one and only Zongonto is in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, brother. Please take it away.
Well, first of all, you can't find me because I'm like kind of Black Panther band. So for now, I'll provide it later. Okay. So I approached this topic as the sun arguing with winter on behalf of the immigrants. Okay. And it's loosely based on my grief about my sibling passing away. Okay. The sun poses at the edge of December, tilting its burning head low and boldly asks the winter solstice, "Why do you keep coming? Why do the ones born under mango shade and barefoot skies cross oceans just to live inside the freezer of promises? I watch them arrive," the sun says, wrapped in borrowed coats that smell like thrift stores and hope, their accents steaming in the cold like breath trying to remember warmth. They come from countries where the earth seems poor, but the light is rich, where the pockets are empty, but the laughter spills like open markets, where grief is held in community and joy passed hand to hand like hot bread. Winter does not answer. Winter never does. Instead, winter tightens its grip on the bones of the city, turns sidewalks into slick tongues that trip men that already walk carefully through the world. The sun looks down and sees a brother from Africa, shoulders wide like he was built to carry more than one life. His eyes are two dark wells where yesterday drowned. His younger brother is gone, taken by a cold that had nothing to do with temperature, taken by a world that steals suns quietly and calls it normal. And the son wonders, like, how can winter be so cruel when this man already knows what cold feels like? Because grief is a season that does not melt. Because loss is the snowstorm with no focus. Because when death comes early, it teaches the body how to shiver forever. This brother stands at a bus stop, snow falling like ashes to ashes, dust to dust, like a burned future. And he thinks of home, where the sun sits close to the skin, where death at least arrives with ceremony, where the earth opens gently like it understands. Here the ground is frozen, shut. Even the soil refuses to receive you. The sun clenches its fist of fire. Ask again, winter! Why do you harden their hearts before they even unpack their dreams? Why do you make survival feel like trespassing? Why do you tell people who already buried themselves at customs? Winter says nothing. It just keeps coming. Earlier each year, and the immigrants learn how to layer their grief like sweaters, how to fold memories into coat pockets, how to make warmth out of phone calls, out of remittances, out of promises whispered in the dark. Rest in peace, Bandile. Zomkonto, Kawatela, Mzilangata, Mpangazita.
You're amazing, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for some conto.
Conto, yeah.
We miss you so much. You gotta stop staying away for so long. You're too important to us to stay away.
Yes.
Yeah, you're making myths for the 22nd century.
Listen. First of all, this is what storm gods do. Um, listen, listen, listen. How you approach poetry, I believe, is why you get the return that you do. Maddie, I said this needs to be submitted somewhere. You have some incredible lines, um, and you deliver them with such power and prowess and an unforgiving nature. Um, Man, this conversation was just, it was stellar, man. Um, Smells like thrift stores and hope. The earth seems poor, but the light seems rich. Turns sidewalks to slick tongues. Right? Grief is a season that does not melt. Why do you pack their hearts before they unpack their dreams? How to make warmth out of phone calls. Man, look, I honestly, sir, I don't know how you do it. I am incredibly thankful that you continue to do it at such a high level, and continue to take time and make time to come and share it with us. It really means a lot to me. Clearly, your colleagues recognize what you do and how you do it. I really can't thank you enough, man. Thank you for the work that you do on and off screen. Really. Um, Listen, folks. Honestly, my sincere apologies for the folks on the good luck round um, who did not get to rip this evening. I have to do better with time, as we all do. But please continue to come through. We will definitely try to make sure we make time for you. Again, if I've offended anyone about not letting you get on, I sincerely apologize for that. We will definitely do better. But thank you for coming through. Thank you for your incredible energy. It means the world to me and to all of us. Um, Honestly, shout out Mary Jennings, shout out Mason Bailey, shout out Terry Rose Jertson, shout out Danelli Trujillo and the folks who came through to support her and rock with her. It has been an amazing night, folks, and we have one more open mic for 2025. Can you believe it? But we have made it. We have made it. So before we exit, thank you to the Jedi Master. Thank you, Sarah Small, Ike Waltz, Joski C, Auntie April, Principe, Michael Sindler, Mr. Tez, Zom Conto, Alan Gary, Garland Thompson. Always good to see that dude. Queen Hodge. All of you, thank you so very much for rocking with us. I hope you all have a great week. Honestly, please take care of yourselves and each other. We're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Till next week, peace and blessings.